Shalom. First and foremost, all praise to the Most High Yahuwah, our Heavenly Father, creator of all things, and to His Holy Son, Yahshua HaMashiach, who is our Redeemer and our salvation and our intercessor and our way back to the Father. First and secondly, let me just apologize for my voice because it is practically gone. It's been a very long and emotional day for me. But I did just feel compelled to finally put this video process together. And y'all willing, it will be the first of many. The purpose of this video is for my testimony. Okay, so where shall I start? So I did convert my regular notes from on my phone to just some handwritten notes to kind of try to keep me on track. And please bear with me. I am so not used to putting myself in front of a camera, and this is very weird for me, even though I'm talking to myself. But it's not about me. It is about the edification of the true body of the Messiah and the empowerment and strengthening of that body, and being able to reach out to the remnant and gather us as we go along this process. So with that said, I guess I'll just jump right into it. So as a child growing up, I've always had a strong prayer life. I've never been biblical. Even as like a young kid, I just always remember praying. I always would pray, and I had just a very strong prayer life with the Most High. I did grow up in a household. My mother's side of the family, my grandmother raised me, and she was a very traditional Puerto Rican. And on my father's side, my father was black. But in my grandmother's house, she was into Santeria and types of witchcraft, and she would read tarot cards, and I would always see things. Like I would see spirits, and I would see things. When I turned like 14, 15 years old, my mother had passed away, and I had saw something. I was wanting to see her so bad, and I had saw something, and I remember I dropped to my knees, and I probably prayed for like 3 hours for the Father to take that gift from me, and that I would never see anything again. And I didn't. I never saw anything again after that. I only always would have feelings. So fast forward to as an adult. I'm a 37-year-old grown woman. I have 7 children. Very business orientated, self-employed, and despite though I've had a lot of tribulations and things in my life, always for overextending myself or just being maybe too selfless. Regardless of anything, my journey is my journey. I have no regrets. And at this point in my life, I know that everything that has happened thus far in my life has led me up into where I'm supposed to be right now. Okay, so on June 11th, the evening of June 10th, I was at a business meeting. An incident happened that made me have to return home early and cut the meeting short. Me and my children, my family had already been going through something. It's been a rough year, really like a rough past 3 years, but this last year has been particularly trying for us, especially for me. Just trying to do what I gotta do. And I was at a meeting, and I had to cut the meeting short, of course. An incident happened, and I had to rush home to the kids. Upon returning and getting the kids settled and making sure everything was all right, I put them to sleep, I put them to bed, and then I just went in my room and I cried. And I cried from the depths of the depths in the bowels of the pits of my stomach, like just this prayer of just tired of my struggle, tired of just seeming like I'm so close chasing these millions and chasing this, but at my bottom at the same time, and just feeling at wit's end, feeling like just what am I missing? And immediately when I was finished praying, I felt this sense of victory and peace come over me. And my next reaction was to just reach out to a sister that I knew in faith. Mind you, I really haven't been, I've probably been to church at that point maybe 2 times in years. Like, though I've always been very spiritual. I've always just had a very strong prayer life. I always pray. I've always had reverence for the Father. I always include him in everything. I'm always, you know. And so anyway, I reached out to my friend, and I said to her, at this point, I was still living in the lies and the paganism, and I said to her, God is so amazing, and I love that. I know that I could just randomly say that to you, and you get it. I said to her, for some reason, I feel like I need to build with you about something, but I'm not sure what it is. And she immediately had wrote me back, and she was like, are you awake? I'm coming upstairs. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to be up. So she came upstairs. Mind you, a couple of days before that, I saw her in passing, and she was like, I have to talk to you about something. And I'm like, and she was like, it's nothing bad. I got to talk to you. I was like, all right. But we never got to speak. And so this night, it was the night of the 10th, but by the time she came up, it was after midnight, so it was the 11th. And so she comes upstairs, and so she says to me, remember the other day I told you I had to talk to you? And I'm like, yeah. She's like, she was like, God gave me some words for you, and I want you to just be quiet and receive them. And I was like, okay. And then she was like, oh, I'm so emotional. This is crazy. The Spirit is moving in me. Serious. So she was like, I bet all your life you felt like you were different. I bet all your life you felt like you were always destined for more. There's more that you're supposed to be doing. You never really fit in. And I'm like, yeah, that's true. And she said, right. And she said, I bet that you always, you know, she was like, and don't you see how now, she was like, everything that you're going through is for a reason. All the, you know, the things that you've been going through is for a reason, because he's waiting for your yes. And I'm like, my yes, but I feel like I've been said yes. I feel like I said, I've given him my yes. And she's like, no, but you haven't. She's like, you keep trying to figure it out. You're always trying to figure it out. You're always doing this. Always, because I'm about my business. I'm always trying to take care of the kids. I just started 4 companies, 2 nonprofits. You know, everything about empowering my people and the conscious movement. And I have a whole company in Sierra Leone for the children and the people that are suffering there. And I had a whole Black America movement with my Kingdom Bound Builders, helping to break the cycle for these young men. And